If you're thinking about moving to the Hartford area, there are two towns you're going to hear about over and over again, West Hartford and Glastonbury. And almost every buyer asks the same question, which one is actually better? But here's what most people don't realize. Choosing the wrong one doesn't just affect where you live. It affects your monthly payment, your stress level, your daily routine, and whether you still love your house 5 or 10 years from now. So stick around to the end of this video because I'm going to help you avoid the single biggest mistakes buyers make when choosing between West Hartford and Glastonbury. And it's the mistake that quietly costs people money, flexibility, and peace of mind. So here's a quick intro if you haven't met me yet. I'm David Constant. I'm a local real estate agent here in Central Connecticut, and I specialize in helping people relocate to the Hartford area. I show homes in West Hartford and Glastonbury constantly with families, professionals, first-time buyers, and move-up buyers. And I've watched people fall in love with one town on paper only to realize later it didn't actually match how they live. So this video isn't hype. It's not a ranking, it's a reality check built on real stats, real neighborhoods, and real buyer behavior. Let's be honest about what's really driving this decision. There's fear. Fear of overpaying, fear of choosing the wrong town, fear of buying the house you'll outgrow and regret. And there's greed, in a good way, getting the most lifestyle for your money, buying in a town that holds the value over time, and being confident you made the long-term wise decision. You want to be confident you made a smart long-term move, whether it's West Hartford or Glastonbury. They both trigger these emotions, just in different ways. If you remember nothing else, West Hartford is active, connected, and walkable, and Glastonbury is spacious, calm, and home-based oriented. Neither is better, they just reward different lifestyles. When people talk about lifestyle differences between these two towns, the conversation usually starts and sometimes ends with walkability. And yes, walkability absolutely matters, but lifestyle is bigger than the sidewalks. Both West Hartford and Glastonbury are incredibly active, community-driven towns. The difference isn't whether there's stuff to do. The difference is scale, frequency, and how visible that activity is in everyday life. West Hartford's lifestyle is built around constant energy. The center and Blueback Square aren't just places to eat. They're event hubs, street festivals, farmers markets, concerts, seasonal celebrations. On a summer or fall weekend, the center feels like a destination, not just for residents, but for the entire area. People come in from Avon, Farmington, Newington, and Wethersfield just to be here on a Friday night. And that matters because when people consistently choose to spend their time in a town, it reinforces identity, demand, and long-term value. West Hartford has a true restaurant scene. Places like Treva, Max Oyster, Bar Taco, Max Burger, they're not just popular, they're part of the town's social fabric. You don't need a special occasion. A random Friday night feels like something's happening, because usually it is. Walkability here doesn't just mean you can walk. It means walking becomes the default. Spontaneity increases, errands turn into social interactions. That compounds over time. Some people thrive on that energy. Others eventually realize there's always something going on. And that reaction, positive or negative, is an important self-check. One of West Hartford's most underrated features is balance. The West Hartford Reservoir gives you miles of trails, water views, and quiet. Just minutes from the center, coffee, errands, dinner, a peaceful walk, all without leaving town. Glastonbury's energy is intentional, not constant. It's not quiet because nothing happens, it's quieter because the activity is structured differently. The heartbeat of the town is Riverfront Park, summer concert series, seasonal festivals, community gatherings. When something's happening, people show up big time. When it's over, they settle back down. That rhythm is very appealing to a lot of families. Glastonbury is built around traditions. Events like Glastonbury Apple Harvest Festival anchors the calendar. So do school events, youth sports activities, and town-sponsored gatherings. These aren't nightlife events, they're community rituals. Dining is strong but calmer. Restaurants like Brico, Rooftop 120, Sayulita, Plan B Burger Bar anchor the town. You go out on purpose and you're happy heading home afterwards.
So you're thinking about moving to Central Connecticut? Well, I've got just the thing for you. My team and I have actually taken the time to create the ultimate relocation guide, which is meant to save you hours of research. And I've linked it down below. From top employers, the best hospitals, and a boatload of other things that you need to know before making the move. The best part is that this guide is 100% free. Yes, that's right, you heard it, 100% free. Just click the link in the description or the top pinned comment. Hope that helps.
A big lifestyle layer in Glastonbury is proximity to agriculture. Within minutes, you've got Dondero Orchards, Belltown Hill Orchards, Rob's Farm, apple picking, farm stands, seasonal traditions. That's a lifestyle premium buyers always don't price in until they live it. Both towns are engaged. Both host frequent events. Both value community. West Hartford turns the volume up. Glastonbury keeps the volume balanced. Neither's better, but one will feel right, and the other will quietly wear on you. Picture Friday night. If you imagine walking into a lively area, choosing between multiple restaurants, seeing people out and about, you're probably leaning West Hartford. If you imagine a great dinner, a smooth drive home, a quiet street, you're probably leaning towards Glastonbury. Both are great nights, just different destinations of a good life. Before we talk more about prices, schools, or appreciation, we need to talk about something buyers react to immediately, even if they don't say it out loud. And that's the look and feel of the neighborhoods themselves. Because long before people fall in love with a kitchen or a backyard, they fall in love with or get uneasy about the street. This is one of the clearest differences between West Hartford and Glastonbury. West Hartford, it's classic, charming, and visibly connected. Many West Hartford neighborhoods feel intentionally designed for people. You'll see tree-lined streets, sidewalks on both sides, picket fences, front porches, homes set closer together. There's a sense that the neighborhood is meant to be seen and shared. You notice neighbors outside, people walking dogs, kids riding bikes, someone sitting on a front step. And yes, sometimes neighbors are literally peeking over fences to check in on what's new. That creates a feeling of connection and familiarity that a lot of buyers find instantly charming. Housing here tends to be older, full of character, architecturally varied, and clearly established. Colonials, capes, Tudors, mid-century homes, often with details you don't see in newer construction. The trade-off is obvious: smaller lots, homes closer together, and more ongoing maintenance. But the emotional upside is real. People who love West Hartford often say, it just feels like a neighborhood. This visible, connected layout changes daily life. You're more likely to know your neighbors, feel part of the street, and feel plugged in to what's happening. For some people, that's exactly what they want. For others, that level of visibility eventually feels like there's not enough of a separation. Neither reaction's wrong, but it's important to know which one you are before you buy. Now, contrast that with Glastonbury. Glastonbury neighborhoods tend to feel more spread out, more private, more intentionally separated. You'll see larger lots, longer driveways, more cul-de-sacs, homes set farther back from the road. There are sidewalks in some neighborhoods, yes, and there are pockets with charm, but they're not the default. The overall feeling is, this is my space. Housing here is generally newer. On average, it's a little bit more uniform in style. It's larger in square footage, and it's designed with modern living in mind. There are more bedrooms, more storage, easier home offices, more separation between neighbors. The emotional upside here is there's privacy and breathing room. People who love Glastonbury, they often say, I like that it feels quiet when I pull into my driveway. This section is not about which town is better, it's about what makes you feel at home. West Hartford offers charm, visibility, architectural variety, and a strong sense of shared space. Glastonbury offers space, privacy, newer layouts, and a stronger sense of separation. Some buyers walk into West Hartford neighborhoods and immediately feel, this is exactly what I pictured. Others walk into Glastonbury neighborhoods and think, this is where I can actually exhale. And that instinct matters a lot, because this is what you live with every single day, not just on the weekends, not just when the guests come over. Here's a simple test I give buyers. Picture yourself pulling into your neighborhood after a long day at work. If what you want is to see lights on, people outside, a sense of life around you, you're definitely leaning more towards homes in West Hartford. If what you want is quiet space and a little distance from everything else, you'll probably feel more at home in Glastonbury. Neither is better, but one will feel right, and the other will quietly feel off. This look and feel difference is subtle at first, but over time it becomes one of the biggest predictors of long-term happiness, satisfaction, and with the move, and whether people stay out or start thinking about the next move. Which is why we needed to talk about it before we talk about prices, schools, or appreciation. Because if the neighborhood doesn't feel right, the numbers don't matter. And the difference in neighborhood design, charm versus space, connection versus privacy, is a big reason why the housing markets in these two towns behave differently. Which brings us back to the numbers. Let's zoom out for a second and talk about what's actually happening in the housing market, because the numbers tell a story, and that story tells us why West Hartford and Glastonbury feel so different when you're house hunting. Over the past year in West Hartford, we saw roughly 650 homes sell. That's fewer sales than the year before, but here's the important part. Prices still went up almost 10% at the median. Homes are still going under contract in about 8 days, and the average price per square foot is sitting in the mid 270s. So what does that actually mean? It means that even when buyers had more reasons to hesitate, higher rates, more uncertainty, they still showed up for West Hartford. Why? Because West Hartford doesn't get to add supply. There are no new subdivisions coming online. There are no big developments waiting in the wings. Most of the housing stock already exists. And when a good house in a great neighborhood hits the market, buyers compete for it. That's not hype, that's scarcity. People are willing to pay for. They pay for walkability, established neighborhoods, and the kind of location you can't increase later. In West Hartford, buyers aren't just buying a house, they're buying access. Now, let's compare that with Glastonbury. Glastonbury saw fewer total sales, just over 400 homes, but again, that's not the headline. The headline is that the median sales price jumped more than 10% and the average sales price climbed into the low 800,000s, even though buyers technically had more options. Homes here are also going under contract in just about 8 days, so this is not a sleepy market, it's a confident one. And the reason Glastonbury behaves differently is because buyers are shopping for something different. They're buying newer homes, larger lots, modern layouts, and space they don't expect to outgrow. The price per square foot is lower than West Hartford, but the total price is often higher because people are intentionally playing for longevity. This is where the psychology shifts. In West Hartford, buyers are thinking, if I don't buy this, someone else will, and there won't be another one like it. In Glastonbury, buyers are thinking, if I'm going to move, I want to do it once and stay. Both mindsets are rational, both are winning in this market, but they're driven by different fears and different versions of greed. West Hartford buyers don't want to miss out on a scarce opportunity. Glastonbury buyers fear outgrowing the wrong house. West Hartford buyers are betting on location and demand. Glastonbury buyers are betting on space and staying power. And this is the most important part people miss out. Neither market is hotter in a way that matters. They're just rewarding different priorities, which is why the right town for you has less to do with appreciation charts and everything to do with how you want your life to feel once the excitement of moving wears off.
Hey guys, it's Dave Constant. As much as I love making these videos, there's one thing I love more, and that's helping families and people from all over the country make the move here to Central Connecticut. I've helped countless families make the move, so whether you're coming out the next week, the next month, or even next year, don't hesitate to reach out. My contact information is right here on the screen and linked in the description in case you missed the on-screen pop-up. I look forward to helping you and your family make the move.
Let's talk about the schools. And I want to be extra clear about this up front because this is where a lot of misinformation creeps in. Both West Hartford and Glastonbury consistently rank among the top public school districts in the entire state of Connecticut. And within Hartford County, these two districts are almost always ranked in the top 2 or 3, and in some years, one of them is ranked first. This is not a situation where one town has good schools and the other has great schools. They're both great. They're both proven, and they both send students to Ivy League schools, highly selective private universities, top public flagships, and competitive honors programs. From an outcome standpoint, the results are remarkably similar. Where they differ is how students experience the path to those outcomes. West Hartford operates one of the largest and most comprehensive school districts in the region. You're looking at over 10 elementary schools, 2 middle schools, 2 high schools, and roughly 10,000 total students. Because of that scale, West Hartford consistently earns top statewide rankings for academics, strong scores for diversity and inclusion, high ratings for college readiness. But just as important, West Hartford offers breadth outside the classroom. This is a district known for highly competitive athletics, with multiple sports regularly ranked among the best in the state. It's got a robust arts and music program, programs including band, orchestra, choir, theater, and visual arts, strong world language offerings, and often starting earlier and then expanding at the high school level. Think about STEM, robotics, lots of programs giving students hands-on competitive opportunities. It's a district that produces elite outcomes at scale. There are lots of AP and advanced course offerings, lots of niche programs, clubs, teams, enrichment pathways. West Hartford regularly sends students to Ivy League schools and the most competitive colleges, not because it's highly selective internally, but because it gives motivated students a wide runway to differentiate themselves. The experience here feels dynamic and opportunity-rich. The trade-off is scale. For some families, that scale feels empowering. There's always something for my kid to plug into. For others, it can feel like we need to be more proactive to make sure our child stands out. Glastonbury's district is smaller, and that changes the feel immediately. You've got 5 elementary schools, an intermediate school, a middle school, and 1 high school. They've got roughly 5,500 total students. Despite the smaller size, Glastonbury is right there academically with West Hartford. Some would say stronger. It ranks among the top districts in the state and definitely in Hartford County. Glastonbury also sends students to plenty of Ivy League schools, highly selective colleges every single year. Where Glastonbury really shines is in depth and consistency. Families often point to the top-ranked athletic programs that are competitive year after year. Strong arts and music programs with high participation rates, world language programs that are well integrated into the academic experience. You've got STEM, robotics, and academic teams that benefit from smaller cohorts in tight coordination. The experience here tends to feel more cohesive, more predictable, and more personal. Families often describe it as very strong, very steady, and very well understood. The trade-off, you may have fewer total options, but also fewer variables. This is the line I want families to really hear. If your goal is strong academic outcomes, competitive extracurriculars, and college placement, both districts absolutely deliver. Consistently, neither town has a monopoly on elite college admissions, academic rigor, opportunities, or student success. The difference is not where students end up. The difference is what the journey feels like along the way. So here's how this plays out emotionally. West Hartford parents often think, I want my child exposed to everything, academically, socially, athletically. But the fear is, will we need to advocate more in a bigger system? Glastonbury parents often think, I want excellence, but in a more controlled, connected environment. Their fear is, will there be enough flexibility if my child's interests evolve? Neither concern is wrong, they're just different parenting philosophies.
Now for the question of the day. What matters most to you when relocating? Make sure to leave your answer in the comments below. I want to hear what you have to say. Also, if you have any questions, thoughts, you can leave those in the comments as well. Or even better, text, call, or email me. My information should pop up on the screen below.
So here's the honest takeaway. You are not choosing between a stronger or weaker school district. You're choosing between breadth versus cohesion, scale versus intimacy, variety versus predictability. West Hartford rewards families who value exposure and opportunity at scale. Glastonbury rewards families who value consistency, continuity, and depth. And as long as the experience matches your family's lifestyle, the outcomes, academically and beyond, tend to look very similar. So which is the best Hartford suburb? The best suburb isn't about rankings, it's about fit. The mistake isn't choosing West Hartford or Glastonbury, it's choosing based on hype, instead of how you actually live Monday through Friday. If you want help pressure testing that decision, reach out. And if you want more honest, no fluff breakdowns of Central Connecticut towns, subscribe. And I'll see you on the next one.